Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, know you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard.
Let's go. Go hard or go home, baby. We're back, baby. Took a little break. We back. Yeah, welcome back to the bottom line. Episode 35. Got the little ticker. You see the little ticker at the bottom? A little new ticker? On the bottom. I can do a little ticker on there now. Yeah. That'll be good once we get the phone lines again. That'll be good. We can just put the phone number down there. Welcome back to the show. Episode 35 of the bottom line. I'm Flo. And that guy over there, that's Canteen right there.
Do it, bro.
Let's go, man. Hey, so, all right, let's fade out here, man. Let's start our little background music. Man. So, hang on real quick. Before we get started, I'm going to bring something up real quick. I think I got it on here. Give me a second.
I think you might. Nah, you may not do it.
What?
I saw you put something crazy. Nah, go ahead. I think it is.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what are you talking about? Hang on, let me bring it up. I got to bring it up now. Hang on. Okay, now I'm going to get it. All right. So, yeah, I heard This is
I
this is
knew
Buffalo
you was
Stadium. This is Buffalo Stadium here.
bro. I knew.
Hey,
In my mind,
hold on.
pull that.
That's not it. That's not the it. That's not the only thing. This is your front porch. Oh my. That's your front. That's your car. Somewhere under there is your car, right?
Up on all that, bro.
Did you uncover your car yet?
Here's what it made the very same image of my car stacked on top of it. A car on top of a car.
A car on top of a car? Man, look at that. That's a lot of snow, man.
Bro.
Look at all that snow, man. Hey, shout out to the people up in New York. Are you guys suffering in that snow, man, in that area? Up in the Northeast? Y'all got a big storm, didn't y'all?
If I got a smart garage chaplain, he better call me today saying we can't this week. I'm gonna be a mad joker.
Oh, he ain't canceled services yet? Man.
Ain't no way, bro. I can't even get outside.
Oh man. Man, he should cancel services. Look at that. That's your car. Somewhere under there.
Bro, it's gonna take me at least.
That's your car.
My car,
That's
right?
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Somewhere under there is Canteen's car. Somewhere under all that. All right, man. Welcome to the show. Yeah, that's your car somewhere. I don't know. But shout out to all you guys. You lost some power or something, right? Last night?
Bro,
y'all lost power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so they predicted Thursday night. They said
right.
Work Thursday. They just talking noise. Ain't gonna be no snow. Now it's
right.
Friday morning.
Man. Oh, I'm just glad you got your power back. You know, still getting all toasty and nice in your house, in your little place there. Welcome to the show, episode 35, man. I'm sorry you're going through that, but yeah, we're back. 732 members on the Facebook group.
Okay.
732. We're up a little bit. Yeah. So thank you for all the Facebook members. Thank you for joining the show. Go ahead, share, like. We got our little Twitch guy coming in. I'm not saying little in a bad way, but it's just because it's one person. But our Twitch person is there. If you can share this, Mr. Twitch. I'm going to call him Mr. Twitch. It's always one guy or girl. I don't know who it is, but we appreciate you. I was going to say real quick, too, also, before we get into the show. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick.
Okay.
So, just because, yeah. Let me just see if I can bring it up real quick. So, here we go. So right here, let me see here. I'm gonna find it because we always bring up like when you know, we get sports figures and things like that pass away and all that kind of stuff. But I want to share this real quick. So, good friend of mine. Let me take this out. So, a good friend of mine. His name is Manuel Reina. His famous. A couple weeks ago, we didn't have a show, but he passed away from cancer a couple weeks ago. Really close. I mean, we kind of grew up together in the church, and just a big loss for them. And just a shout out, continued prayers for them. In that, and actually, you know, our fantasy football league, he won last year. He won the fantasy football league last year.
Yeah,
he was the winner last year. So it's kind of sad, but shout out to the family. I know it's only been 2 weeks, so I know it's still rough for them. So just continued prayers for that family, the Manuel Reina family. And shout out to them. All right, man. So, man, so you got through the snow, you got your electricity back. Now you're able to get online. We had a little delay.
Show, man.
It's been almost 3 weeks. It's 2 shows we missed, but this is the third week that we've been out.
That was last time we did a show, right? For World Series.
Yeah, exactly. A shout out to the Astros. They won. These Nationals won. And then Sunday, the World Cup begins. Man, World Cup.
I got you.
Yeah, you got you. So here, let's show. Let me go ahead and show the Let me see. Let me show the
Some teams they got
the
playing,
group.
right?
Yeah, let me show all the groups here. Give me a second. So where's it at? This one right here. So here we go. Here's the World Cup, and so here's all the the groups for the World Cup. We got Group A. You got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands, and we're in Group B here with England, Iran, and Wales. But yeah, the group stage starts tomorrow. I think we play Wales. You got any initial thoughts on the? I mean, let me give you the rundown real quick. So the top,
Okay.
your top odds makers. Say Brazil has the best chance, and then Argentina, France, England, who's in our group. So they got the fourth best chance. You got Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal, and Belgium. We're way down, like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15th chance. We have the 15th best chance to win. So we got a young team. So you got some initial thoughts on the World Cup, man? It's coming up, man. The whole world be watching it. It's out in Qatar.
Man,
Qatar, as we call it in the Army, Qatar.
Cutter. I mean, as I perused through it, man, I saw like Netherlands was a pretty good team.
Right.
Argentina's not anything at all. The U.S. is not one of the highly favored teams as well.
Argentina's got the second best odds, according to odds maker. They got the second best chance of making it. You got Messi playing over there with Argentina. So.
And I don't think Poland's gonna.
Hey, you got your earbuds in?
No, I don't.
I don't know why you're clicking like that. You got a little staticky when you talk. I can hear you, but it's just a little click. I don't know why. But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. Man, France.
You say
France.
you think France is gonna take it?
Yeah.
I mean, we all be rooting for USA, but you think France?
No.
I mean, I think Brazil and Argentina. I think those.
Spain is gonna be a good game.
And some people are saying that Canada has a shot. That it could be a surprise team this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're like even below us as far as chances. But some people say Canada might surprise some teams.
And then
some
Belgium
people.
and Croatia is gonna be a good match.
Right. We play Wales in the beginning, and then if we get past Wales, we'll probably play England. I don't think Iran's got a chance against England, but I mean, they could shock the world. And then it'll probably be us versus England to get out of the group stage. So it should be fun. Let us know what you think. Who's gonna win that? Who you think's gonna win the World Cup? Let me put the chat in just in case anybody wants to jump in. But I'll put the chat on. Yeah. So just let us know some fun stuff. Hey, a fun fact recently on the just to talk about it, because they just barely announced, and I don't know, I think maybe they did this on purpose, but down in Doha in Qatar, they just announced that the World Cup, they're not going to serve alcohol inside the stadium.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't you think that's a shocker?
That's a shocker, and then that's another topic we got to hit. We got two alcohol incidents. I'm surprised Les ain't here. And there's alcohol incidents and an incident with Tennessee.
Well, he said he might jump on. I don't know. We'll see if we'll see him. He knows we're coming on today, so maybe he'll jump in later. In the NFL?
NFL. Yeah, you didn't hear him?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't hear him. When we get to NFL, you can bring him up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So how far do you think the U.S. can make it? I know you picked your winner. Who you think's the favorites, but
man,
if you make it past,
they beat West.
Huh?
They got to play Wales. They'll beat Wales.
Yeah, they should be Wales. They say if you win your first game, you have like 80% chance of getting to the last I think it's the last 8. To get into the actual World Cup, you get out of the group stage. But if that winning that first game is usually a key to getting past the group stage. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. Huh?
If you lose one, it's over, right? Or how does it work?
Yeah, I think if you lose one, I think you can lose 2 in the group, but you can't lose more than one. I believe. I gotta remember the rules. And now I'm showing my ignorance in the World Cup. I just know you got to get out of the group stage, and then once you get out of the group, then there's like a bracket that they lay out to get to the World Cup. Kind of like getting to the Final Four, getting out of those early games and getting into the Final Four. So I think they have like a Final 8. But yeah, I mean, I love watching it. I don't know a lot about how it works as far as the group stage. I'm not that up on it, but I love watching it and rooting for the USA. Watching some of these teams. This is probably your best soccer. Most people watching that, so it should be fun. Let us know what you think. All right, let's move on to the NBA. So, who are the top candidates? We'll go through the favorites according to the NBA Kia race for MVP, the way they put it out. This is what the NBA puts out. The Kia, they call it the Kia race. This is their favorites. This is how they put it. But they have Luka number 1 right now, averaging 34 points. Let me see if I got the. Let me see if I have it on. I can just put it on the screen. Let me see. Let me bring it up here. That way we can just put it on the screen. So let's see. It's NBA.
It should be the MVP ladder they got kind of wrapped up.
Is that what it is? I don't know. I know it's Kia.
Yeah, that Kia MVP ladder.
They call it the Kia MVP ladder. Yeah, let me look and see here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, let me bring it up here. All right, so it's gonna be okay. Let me bring it up on the screen. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Right here. Share it right here. All right. So let me take the chat down for now. So here we go. So according to them, Luka Doncic is number 1 here. With the Mavericks. He's averaging 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Then you got Jason Tatum, number 2. Last week he was ranked 3. He's got 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Giannis Antetokounmpo is number 3 right now, 29, almost 30 points, right under 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. Then you have Nikolai Jokic, the 2-time MVP. He's down a little this year, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists, though. Still up in assists and his rebounds. And John Morant, number 5, according to Kia, 29 points, 6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. And then here's your next 5, according to them: Joel Embiid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander. They just call him SGA. I can see why.
Devin Booker.
SGA. I probably messed up that name. Then Devin Booker 8, Donovan Mitchell at 9, and then Steph Curry at 10. So that's your kind of your top 10. But those are your top 5. What are you thinking here as far as you agree with this top 5 here?
Man, top 5
at number 1. They look good.
Really good, man.
I feel like Nikolai's a little high.
Nikolai,
but as a Joker, Jokic, though he hasn't had a lot of help. Would you move one of these guys into the top 5? You move one of these into the top 5?
Like Curry,
or you like
Curry, man. I like Curry. Curry playing pretty good ball too.
But he's playing good ball, but they're losing. That's the bad part. I mean, it's kind of hard if you're on a team that's not gonna make the playoffs. Or right now, I mean, we don't know yet, but
I mean, the top 5 just move Morant probably up to Jokic now, man.
Move Jokic now, Morant up, and who would be your 5?
I mean, Giannis is playing good.
Or just move him to 5. Just switch them too.
Just like it did so far.
Just Ja and switch Joker and Ja.
Yeah.
Joker and Ja. Can you imagine they on the same team?
Yeah, because I mean, when you look at the standings right now, I mean, it's all. I mean, they're 13-3. Celtics and Bucks are good. So
I look at the standing. We can look at the standing.
I wouldn't change Giannis at all, man. Because I mean, the Hawks. I got on my Hawks jersey today.
Oh, got the Hawks jersey.
Hey, the Hawks got to do my about it.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest thing is the West, man.
The West?
Bro, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, if you look
so
at
here's the East now.
The Warriors. So the East, I mean, that looks really, really good.
Boston, Milwaukee, you're top. Atlanta is number 3 right now. So
yeah, I'm saying Atlanta 3.
Yeah, right now.
Where the Heat? The Heat probably like at the bottom.
The Heat, yeah, they get to the bottom.
Heat, Brooklyn.
They're just out of the play-in. What would be the play-in here?
Yeah, man. So those
9, 10, 7, 8, 9. This is your play-in teams here right now. I mean, it's early, but if you're down here, you know it's bad news for you. So you got Portland, kind of surprising. Utah also kind of a surprise because they got rid of Donovan Mitchell and what's his name?
Rudy.
Rudy Gobert. Yeah, people were saying they were rebuilding. Yeah, but anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. You know, kind of the surprise teams this year. But as far as let me see. Let's talk a little bit of Kyrie. That's been in the news the last couple of weeks. Let's talk a little Kyrie there. So Kyrie, he got a little bit of trouble posting a link to some movie. Kind of weird that he got in so much trouble for me just for a link. And then he was a little hesitant, you know, to say anything about, you know, apologize and all that good stuff. But so he got an 8-game suspension. He had to do some kind of sensitivity training. All this stuff happened even after he apologized. So what are you thinking? That 8 games was too much, too little, about right? What are you thinking?
Man, the punishment was too much, man. When I look at sports as a bias about certain things that have happened in sports,
right?
Just have a conversation, have a talk with him would have been enough. But even with your doesn't surprise me. Kyrie has done a lot of philanthropic things, giving back to the community.
Oh yeah,
he's
a lot of things.
You know, and he's done so much for the community. So I think that's an error behalf in poor judgment.
Guys, I know you think all of
Yeah.
You know
I don't know.
Situation, man.
Yeah, I feel like it was a little excessive. I mean, he did kind of hesitate to apologize, and he finally came around upon. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things you just do once they get on you, but that kind of stuff. You just gotta apologize, just suck it up, and just drive on, man. I mean, I don't think he should. It's just a link, and you know, if you notice, Amazon Prime carries that film, and no one said anything about Amazon. If it's such a bad movie, no one said nothing about Amazon, right? They just said Kyrie because he posted. So I think a part of me wants to say that this is a little bit about when Kyrie was so against the vaccine. He was so much against it, and he hesitated so much for that. I think this feels like a little bit of payback for his resistance against that. And because it was just a link, he didn't really say much about the movie. He didn't really say one way or the other. He just posted the link. And this seems a little excessive just for a little link. You know, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
No one. Everybody condemned Kyrie, but no one condemned Amazon if that movie was that bad. I haven't seen it. I heard about it. I've seen clips. I mean, I don't know. It's not that serious. They do say some things about Jewish people, but I don't know. I don't think it just seemed a little excessive for a link in a tweet, you know. But it is what it is. I think it was excessive. I guess we both kind of agree on that. But let's move on. Hopefully he'll be able to help him out. He's supposed to play Sunday, so you think that'll be a positive if he comes back to the team, plays with them Sunday, or you think it'll take some time for him to get it integrated?
Nah, man. Let the guy come back and get back to his craft, man. What he needs to do. He's like I said, he's overzealous in giving and being a part of the community. Let him come back. Let him regroup. Let him play basketball, man.
Yeah, I just say Kyrie. Yeah, just go play some basketball. Let's see what you can do. I mean, because I think he becomes a free agent at the end of this season. Just, I'm not saying Kyrie don't speak your mind, but I'm saying, hey, just stay away from any controversy. Just go play basketball and see what y'all can do this year, because this is your last chance, basically, with to really keep this group together. Ben Simmons is starting to look better. Let's see what y'all can do together and make a run. I don't know. Just see what you can do. But you good?
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Hold on, do not disturb. What's wrong with you?
Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. All right, man. So yeah. So let's see what happens. So we talk about 4 unexpected teams. We can bring that up again real quick just to talk about it here. But
let's go.
So there's 4 teams that kind of are unexpected, and most of them are in the West. But you have Utah, who got rid of their 2 top players, basically. They're in second place now. The Spurs have fallen off a little bit. But they were doing well early on, and they got a super young team. But you got the Indiana Pacers, so are 5th place, and they really are rebuilding. And then you've got the OKC, who's kind of fallen off, but they were overperforming a little bit. But let's talk about really Utah and Portland, who are 1 and 2 over in the West. That's kind of a surprise to have them over there. You think they can keep that up and keep that pace? I mean, Utah got rid of all their stars, as far as not playing, getting rid of their top 2 people. But now they're young players are getting more playing time, and they're playing well together. What do you think?
Here's the key thing for Portland, man. I mean, if you look at Portland right now, Portland, they play the Jazz. Portland got the Jazz tonight. Then they got the Bucks, Cavaliers, Knicks, all like within the Thanksgiving weekend. So I think that'll say a lot about, when I look at the Jazz, if you look at the Jazz, Jazz got Trailblazers next.
Right.
They play the Clippers, Pistons.
But I mean, they got rid of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, and they're still doing well. That's kind of surprising.
They still winning. They're still finding a way to win games.
Those young players are stepping up. Now they're getting playing time.
Defense, this rebound, they're doing what they need to do to win. But I now, to be honest, maybe 15 games in the season. There's 65, 70 games. I don't think Portland or Utah can hold this throughout the race. I think the tables will turn prior to. You
think at some point they'll start to taper off both of these teams?
Probably fall. They'll be within the top 5, but they won't stay up. Now I can't see, so they'll probably move up. Golden State has a lot of work to really move from 11 to 11th.
Yeah, they seem. Yeah, they seem to be struggling. Golden State seems to be. So a lot of people are saying it's the chemistry. They don't have as much intensity as they did. Draymond's not really into it. Like, he's not a vocal leader right now. Maybe the punch, with Jordan Poole has affected the team more than people want to say or admit to. So I don't know. Maybe Golden State can turn it around. It's still early in the season, but right now, I mean, if you look at the Lakers, they're way down, 4-10. Lakers ain't gonna make the playoffs, right? You don't think?
I'm gonna say this because I'm your friend, and I like it. I care about you. I think the Spurs may have a chance to make a run. That's just me.
You think the Spurs? They're 6-10 though. They've dropped off.
They take the first 8 or 9 teams, right? 8 or 9.
Off 10. Well, it'd be your 7 through 10 will be your play-in. Right, right here, your 7 through 10 here will be your play-in. I mean, it's still early. I think some of these teams down here, like Houston and Lakers, I mean, they got an outside chance, but they really have to start getting it together. They're way below 500. Some of these teams hovering around 500, like Minnesota, Golden State, Oklahoma City, those teams have a chance to kind of pull it together. And then, of course, you're saying Portland and Utah are going to fall off, so you think it's going to be Memphis and Phoenix again? in the top at the top, maybe with the Mavericks. Yeah.
Dallas may make a run, but I'm telling you, Phoenix will count Morant. You guys in Memphis, they can make a run too. And like I said, even with the Celtics look great.
Right.
What's his name? He's the head coach at. Where did the Celtics head coach go to?
Celtics head coach?
Yeah.
I forget who took over there. Who took over for the Celtics?
You know that was it Jacques Vaughn? I know old Boston,
no,
Brooklyn, right?
Jacques Vaughn took over Brooklyn. So I'm not sure who.
He didn't get a job. I thought he was running for a job.
Yeah, no, they were thinking about taking the Boston coach who got suspended, but they never did. Yeah, they decided not to go with him. The Brooklyn Nets.
And they took Jacques
Vaughn. I think they promoted him from in. He was one of the assistants. They got Joe Mazzulla is now the head coach for the Celtics. Joe Mazzulla came. He was also one of the assistants, and they promoted him up, kind of as the interim coach. I don't know if he's still interim coach, but he was. It looks like he's still the interim coach. So they both the Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, basically promoted an assistant to the interim coach job, and he's doing pretty good so far. I mean, he's got them in first place. So he hasn't messed up, broken anything as far as because Boston was going to be up there anyway, right? So they still look pretty good. So I mean, we'll see what happens. All right, let us know what you think about the NBA. Some of these surprise teams, can they keep it up? I feel like they will, like you said, they're going to falter later on down the season. But we'll see what happens, and maybe they can keep it going. I feel like the Jazz will falter at some point. They got a lot of youth. Right now, they're just playing well. So let's look at, let me see. Let's talk about a little NCAA football. We got the rankings.
You didn't do the contender.
Huh?
You didn't do the contenders this week, did you?
No, I know. I didn't do it. I didn't have time to mess with it. So, yeah.
I mean, I
but you agree with this poll? You agree with this the playoffs right now?
TCU, man, who do they play? Were they Big 12?
Yeah, Big 12, man. Hey, the Big 12's pretty good this year. They've been beating each other up.
They beat Baylor. Then who did they play tonight?
They play Baylor tonight.
Baylor tonight. They beat Texas last week. If they beat Baylor
last week, yeah.
Man, I mean, of course, Tennessee gonna kill South Carolina.
Right. I mean, if TCU, I feel like Tennessee's gonna get back in because Ohio State and Michigan are gonna play each other at the end of the season.
Drop out.
So one of them will probably drop out. It depends how good the game is. Maybe Tennessee moves back in because they all got one loss. I mean, one of these teams will have a loss with Tennessee. I feel like if TCU loses, they're gonna.
If you look, here's what you gotta look at, man.
They're gonna have a tough time getting back into it. You know what I'm saying?
And TCU's beating Baylor right now, 2014. If one of those teams,
2014. What is that, halftime or what is that? Is it halftime already?
What's the name
in the
of
third quarter?
Iowa State got a pretty decent defense, man. I mean, TCU is gonna be in the conference championship anyway. I don't know who they're gonna play.
Right. So you don't got any qualms about Kentucky? That for you guys, that was gonna be a good game at one point. I'm just saying, at one point that was gonna be one of those games you got to be careful. I'm just saying. You ain't got it. I mean, could be a trap game. Could be a trap game for you guys. You won't cover. You won't cover.
If we win today, it's a wrap. Even if we lose, we're still going to the SEC championship from the East.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Who y'all playing?
The thing that I don't. Here's what I feel. Here's what I'm worried about. The winner between Michigan and Ohio State is not a question.
Michigan, Ohio State.
Possibility of either one of those.
So you got.
If Tennessee wins out, can Tennessee
So
get in, or
you guys are going
LSU.
to play probably LSU as long as LSU doesn't lose. You guys are playing LSU
but
in
I'm
the
saying,
championship.
What if LSU? This is just me speaking hypothetically. What if
Oh, okay.
LSU beats Georgia? Can Georgia?
Can Georgia what?
Can a 2-loss team and a 1-loss team in Georgia get in?
Maybe
If
a
Georgia
one-loss
beats-
Georgia team. If you lose the SEC championship, I think I feel like you guys stay in. Yeah, I don't know. If LSU beats y'all, they got 2 losses. I feel like maybe they'll put them in number 4, but I don't know, man. That'd be a mess right there, man. That'd be a mess. Because you got Tennessee right here holding at 5. Unless they lose against South Carolina, I don't see them dropping. TCU, if they lose, they're probably going to drop 1 or 2 spots. If LSU, so will LSU move into the top 5, and then if they beat you guys drop to 3 or 4, and LSU goes to 4. I don't know. A 2-loss team, I just don't see a 2-loss team getting into the top 4. I don't know. It'd be a mess if they beat y'all. I kind of hope for a mess, just because hey, we're already gonna get a playoffs anyway, so. Right at some point, we're getting like an expanded playoffs in that for college.
Teams or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like 8 or 12 teams. I can't remember what it was.
8, 12 teams. So right now, man, I mean, it's.
See, look, if you had a 10 team playoffs, look, you'd have Clemson in there too at USC. Utah would even get in. You might get all the way down to 10. That'd be a good playoffs with all these teams. These are actually some good teams.
Man, look good though, bro.
Who's that?
Man, Illinois tied up with Michigan 10-10 right now.
Is it 10-10 now?
10-10.
Yeah,
man. So,
that's Illinois Super Bowl, so they're gonna play them tough. Illinois got a good, decent team.
Yeah,
they got a decent team. What are they this year? 7-3. So they got a decent team this year. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Should be some fun stuff going on. We play. My Red Raiders play Iowa State. We're 3.5 point underdogs at Iowa State. Hopefully, we got to win that game. We'll be bowl eligible for us. We win our last 2 games. We got Iowa State. We'll be 6-5, and then if we can beat Oklahoma at the end of the year, who's having a down year this year, we'll be 7-5. That would be my best hope. We get 7-5, get a decent bowl. Yeah, we can look at some of these bowl predictions.
Yeah, let's look at bowl predictions, man.
Yeah, let's look at them. We can look at a little bit of that real quick. Bowl projections.
Shovel some snow.
What's that?
You want to help me shovel some snow?
Some snow? Yeah, show me some snow.
I said, you want to help me shovel some snow?
Shovel? Yeah, I help you out, man. I help you out. I help you with some snow.
Yeah.
I'll come down there.
Man. I'm ready. We'll get NFL.
Yeah, we'll get NFL just a second. We'll show it real quick. Let me just show this real quick. Let me see here. Bowl predictions. So here we got here. This is basically the projections here. So they're saying Tennessee's going to jump in,
right now.
And Ohio State's going to beat Michigan. Is what they're saying. This is what this guy's projecting. Then you got SC and Michigan looking on the outside in.
On the bubble, yeah.
But then, So
that Peach Bowl will be perfect for Georgia.
Yeah, that would
play
be.
Tennessee again, man. That's gonna
The
be in
Peach Bowl.
Atlanta.
That'd be like home field advantage.
Definitely.
But here's some of the other ones. The Rose Bowl would be Michigan, USC is what they're projecting. Cotton Bowl would be UCF and Washington, LSU and Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl, and then the Clemson and Alabama in the Orange Bowl, and then see they don't think they even have us in a bowl. You got Texas and North Carolina. So probably once you get past the Music City Bowl, maybe the Sun Bowl, it starts to get kind of convoluted. We got Alamo Bowl is probably pretty good. Then you got the Cheez-It Bowl, Pinstripe Bowl. Liberty Bowl is actually a pretty decent one.
Be honest now. Go to Chris Hawaii. Who's in the Hawaii Bowl?
Who's in the Hawaii Bowl? Right now they're projecting San Diego State and Middle Tennessee.
So yeah, those guys went to that bowl every year. And,
Who?
We were
San Diego State? Who did? San Diego State?
It's the Mountain West. All those West.
Mountain West versus Conference USA. Well, I mean, yeah.
Where's Syracuse? Syracuse is in what one?
Right now, Syracuse is in the Gasparilla Bowl. Gasparilla Bowl.
Let's go to the Celebration Bowl.
Celebration Bowl?
Keep going. That Celebration Bowl. But that's one Deion Sanders guys plays in. But
you like the Celebration Bowl?
It's trash, man.
I don't see
I like. Listen, bro. I like bowl games. Period. No matter who plays in it.
Yeah. Well, bowl games usually you get bowl games are good because you usually get two good teams playing each other, two pretty good teams playing each other. So you usually get a pretty good. Sometimes you get some blowouts.
But what guys fail to realize.
All right.
Here's the thing, man. If you are Georgia, Alabama, well, right now if you're Georgia, Michigan, and Ohio State, and if you do games, if you win one game, you're gonna play in the semifinal. You're gonna get two bowl games.
Right.
Nice bowl gifts, nice trinkets. They get like world class treatment, all that stuff. So now, if I had to make a prediction right now with what they project, I would say it'll be Georgia and probably based on
Georgia
right now.
Yeah, it seems like you guys carried over enough talent to stay close to where you were. Your defense isn't as good, but your offense is pretty much the same.
The offense is the same.
Your defense has dropped a little, but everybody else's defense also dropped. You know what I'm saying?
I think the
Alabama's defense
is much more better than the offense.
Yeah, I think it's still better. Right. I think it's still better than the offense, but you're probably right. I mean, you guys are probably going to win it again, man. Back to back. What do you think?
Right. Back to back.
Can you imagine back to back, man? You're going to be happy.
Back to back.
Man, y'all never won back to back, have y'all?
The thing, we've 1982 and we won 2022. If we win again, I'm not the type of this and that. Listen, man. On to the next. Now, Georgia wins back to back.
You're going to go crazy.
It ain't going to happen. They going to lose a lot.
If y'all went back to back, man. All right, so let's get to NFL, man. NFL.
Oh, here we go.
So that we have quite a few 3 or less teams, but these are kind of your basic teams that got 3 wins. Do you see any of these teams making a run for the playoffs? Do you see any of these teams making a run to the playoffs? Man, what do you think?
Man. Sheesh.
Ooh.
I'll be honest right now, man.
Right.
If I look at the numbers across the board, man.
Right.
I mean, you can eliminate the Saints.
But do you see any of these teams? I mean, it's hard for me to say.
Any of them making a run?
Part of me wants to say if the Browns can win the next 2 games and basically be one game under 500, I think Deshaun Watson can take them to the playoffs.
Let me share this one snippet with you right here.
Okay.
So Storm and all that stuff. I don't think the Buffalo Bills play a decent football game tomorrow.
You don't think
coming from me? I mean, with the whole Blizzard, man. Here's what I want you to understand, and then
because they're playing in Detroit, or what?
The Bills to go play in Detroit, they're gonna do a turn and burn now.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna Buffalo, then turn around.
So that's you think that's a bigger disadvantage for the Bills?
I think it's better for Cleveland. Cleveland will beat the Bills in a close game tomorrow.
You think so? Man, that's to be bad. They're good. Bills will go to 6-4. They were Super Bowl favorites.
They lost to Minnesota, but what I'm saying is that puts a lot of pressure on guys, man. They had to do today. Got to Detroit today. They're gonna play. They're gonna leave tomorrow. Come back to turn around and go back.
So you're going with the Browns too to make the playoffs? Were you saying the Browns?
The Browns.
Who has the best chance to make the playoffs?
Out of all these teams right here, I think the Browns. To me,
Elias thinks the Bills are going to lose tomorrow too.
I'm telling you, man, the Bills are not going to win, bro. They should.
You think so?
Just cancel this game. They don't have the advantage, bro. With all that traveling.
Well, because it's like a neutral site now. It's like a neutral site.
But what I'm saying, it take like usually they travel a day the Saturday, but they didn't practice. They didn't do anything, no meetings and that.
Right.
And
I mean,
they kind of throw
the Browns. The Bills are still 8-point favorites in that game. I don't know.
I like the Browns. If I had to pick a team out of here, I like the Browns. It's best to cancel that football.
They should have just cancel or postpone. I don't know. It's hard to cancel an NFL game though.
Right.
I think that's because it's the Bills. I think if it was like Detroit versus the Saints, they might cancel that game. Because there's no playoff implications there. Sorry, Elias. I'm just saying, if it was two teams but because I think it's the Bills, I don't think they want to cancel that game.
Pick a team right now.
The Browns and the Rams got a chance. Okay.
Rams ain't got, man.
I don't know how the Rams, because Cooper Kupp's out, man. Who do they got now? They got nothing at wide receiver.
The Saints will beat the Rams tomorrow. The Saints will beat the Rams tomorrow.
I feel like the Browns have the best chance out of this group if they can win tomorrow. They have to win tomorrow.
If they win
the Saints
tomorrow,
the Saints got a chance to make the playoffs? Playoffs? They're just trying to win a game.
Man, win the
playoffs?
Game.
You play to win the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Saints have it. Yeah, their division is kind of bad. I don't know. I feel like the Bears have been playing really well lately. They just hadn't won a game. So I feel like if the Bears can get a win in against the Falcons, they have a chance. But your Falcons have played everybody pretty close for the most part. Man. So I feel like the Bears are going to win that game. I'm sorry, Canteen, but tomorrow. But I hope you guys win. I just feel like this Bears. I don't know. Justin Fields has gotten is in his groove now.
Bro,
I feel like
you.
Justin Fields is in the, he's kind of getting it now. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, man, Michigan is in trouble.
Yeah, Michigan's gonna lose. You think?
Just scored.
Who scored?
Illinois just scored on Michigan.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Let me see. What is Elias talking about, man? Is he just wild?
He's saying that the Saints have a chance, but we'll see. They're only 1 or 2 games behind.
Okay, the Saints, right now the Saints are 3-7.
Yeah.
Okay. They're at the bottom of the NFC.
Yeah. So let's look at a couple of these games get a couple of these games that are out there. So you got the Eagles at 8-1 at the Colts, who are 4-5-1. The Saturday Colts. Jeff Saturday got the job there with the Colts. The interim head coach, coming off being an analyst the week before, but he won his first game as head coach. He put Matt Ryan back in the starting quarterback. What are your thoughts there of that game? Do you think Eagles coming off a tough loss against the Commanders, where that game they probably should have won? They were double-digit favorites, I think, for that game. And then the Colts coming off a win, kind of an emotional win with their new interim head coach. The Colts are 6.5-point underdogs there against the Eagles, even though they're at home. What do you think? You think the Colts have a chance? You think Eagles would maybe falter?
I'm gonna go against the grain, man. I'm going with Colts on the close one at home. The Colts playing at home. The Colts playing.
You think the Colts are gonna win that game?
The Colts will win at home.
Wow.
Washington.
Right, but that could just have been an anomaly, you know.
Listen, man. Listen. I think Jeff Saturday. Now he was honest. He said he's not no great coach. He gonna do the best he can. What he got.
Right.
He might end up turning this thing around for them, and they might be a wild card team going to the playoffs.
Okay.
The Colts,
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible.
I mean, he been in the league for a while. I mean, he knows about football. You know, he's been. I mean, he was part of the organization. I think he was a consultant for the Colts, or he did something for the Colts.
And when you look at their division,
right,
the Titans 7-3, and they're in second place. The Pacers ain't coming back, and the Jaguars, damn sure ain't coming back.
The Jaguars, you don't think so?
What?
I'm just saying. So
listen.
the standing too. What in the standings? Where are they at? The Colts. Where are they standing at?
The Colts number 2 in the division.
They're in second place. So Tennessee's going to win that division unless they fall apart. So you're thinking they could jump in as a wild card? They're only a game behind. You know, I guess maybe 2 games behind the Colts. So yeah, Jacksonville probably is not going to make a run. Maybe the Colts, if they win this game, they could make a run. I feel like they could make a run.
Now, if I'm looking across the board, man.
So let's look at another game real quick.
Okay.
Let's look at another game. So our other game we were going to look at was the 49ers and the Cardinals. That's going to be a big game. 49ers versus the Cardinals. 49ers are 5-4 right now. Cardinals are 4-6. They're 8-point underdogs at home for the Cardinals. Both teams really need this win. You know, the 49ers are kind of a little bit looking inside, you know, looking from the outside in. They're right on that edge, that wild card slot. They really need to, and the Cardinals, even to stay alive, they need to win this game, and they're at home. So both of these teams need this win. What are you thinking about here, the Niners at the Cardinals?
Man, right now, I mean, Seahawks are at 6-4. 49ers 5-4. They play in Mexico City.
Yeah. So it's a neutral site, basically.
Man, I'm going with the 49ers. 49ers, they strong, man. They're strong. Okay. This is just me speaking now. If the 49ers get in the playoffs, the 49ers can make a run. A good run. If they are wild run. I predict the 49ers will probably end up playing in Vegas Financial and probably upsetting the Eagles in the NFC.
This is a Monday Night Football game too.
Yeah,
the 49ers Cardinals. So yeah, so everybody be watching that game from Mexico. And then I think Kyler Murray be able to, if Kyler Murray comes back, I feel like they got a shot to win this game. If Kyler Murray comes back. Colt McCoy looked pretty good, you know, in the last game, but I don't think they can keep that up with Colt McCoy. We'll see what happens. I feel like the Cardinals have a shot to win this game. I think they might pull off a little bit of an upset there. And then you got another big game coming up. The 7-2 Chiefs against the Chargers, who are 5-4. They're 5-point underdogs at home. The Chiefs are in first place right now in the AFC, with the Bills losing last week again in a crazy game against the Vikings. That was a crazy game against the Vikings and the Bills last week. That was a crazy game. But anyway, with the Bills losing that game, the Chargers need this win badly to stay in contention for a wild card slot. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams may both play. I think they're still game time decisions. What are your thoughts here? The Chargers always play the Chiefs tough, but it feels like the Chargers really need this game more.
Sunday night,
a little more desperate. So I don't know. Sunday night, this will be a good game on Sunday night. What are you thinking of there? They're 5-point underdogs now. at home. They're going to be in LA.
In LA.
Yeah.
Man. So I'm gonna go against my grain on this one. Man. I think the Chargers might show up and win.
Oh yeah.
I think the
okay.
Win.
Right.
I give them 3 a field goal. I think their defense.
Okay.
Their offense will play like it's always played.
Okay.
I think the defense can muster up points a field goal in SoFi.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, because the Chargers are right behind New England right now as it stands now. They're in like 8th place, so they would be out of the wild card slot right now. And so they really need this win desperately. And I'm not saying Kansas City wants to lose, but I mean they could afford to lose and still be okay. We'll see what happens. The Kansas City Chiefs are missing a lot of receivers that are kind of banged up right now. So this might be an advantage for the Chargers. The Chargers are starting to get healthy now. So I think this is going to be a competitive game. It always seems like it's a competitive game. I'm going to go with Kansas City pulling it out at the end. They probably won't cover. It'll maybe a 3-point game, but I feel like Kansas City's going to pull this out and kind of get, extend their lead on the AFC for that first place. Because I think they want to be at home. I think they want to keep that first place. And Miami's playing well. Tennessee's playing well. Baltimore's right there. If they can, if they can keep it up, they're just about a game and a half from the Chiefs, so that they don't want to give up that first place standings. And so I feel like the Chiefs are going to end up pulling it out at the end somehow. But it'll be a good game. It's going to be a close game. All right, so your old team, the Falcons, they're going to play the Bears at home. You guys are 1 point or 3 point favorites at home. In that game, you guys are 4-6. Bears are 3-7. I kind of already gave my take. I feel like you guys might lose that game. What are you looking at for the Falcons, for your old team? It's a tough one.
Falcons, they so hit or miss, man.
They just play with your emotions. It seemed like.
Yeah, they do.
They give you just enough to make you think you have hope, and then they take it away, man. I mean.
Well, I'm gonna roll with the spread, man. I'm gonna go with the spread.
Okay. You guys by 3?
I'm gonna stay with the spread by 3,
okay.
Man.
This will be a close game. I feel. Right.
Their defense, offense is much better than our offense.
Right. I just feel like it feels like Justin Fields has finally hit his stride, with the offense. He's had quite a few close games the last few games. He played Dallas pretty well until the end. Dallas kind of pulled away from him, but they still scored 29 on Dallas, and Dallas only gives up like 17, 18 points a game. So, and then Miami, it was like a 3-point game.
Yeah.
That they lost. Detroit was a 1-point game. So I feel like they've played really close. Their offense is, the last 3 games, they scored 29, 32, and 30. So the offense is playing well. And surprisingly, it's the defense that has given up too much. Usually they have better defense. But I feel like, man, this is going to be another high-scoring game. Like maybe close to 30 points for both of you guys. I can see Atlanta winning, but I feel like the Bears are going to pull this game out. But I hope Atlanta wins. For your sake, for your old team. All right, so now our Cowboys, our Dallas Cowboys need a win coming off a tough loss against the Packers in Green Bay. They play the Vikings, who came off a big emotional win against the Bills in Buffalo. Just a crazy game. Vikings are still slight underdogs at home, 1.5 point underdogs, despite having a better record. So, what are you thinking here for our Cowboys and the Vikings? Vikings playing well right now. What do you think?
Man. You're playing in Minnesota, right?
In Minnesota, yeah, and they're still putting us as a 1.5 point favorites in Minnesota.
I think.
Yeah. I'm not sure
Dallas,
Zeke's gonna play. Have you heard anything? Zeke playing? What are you thinking?
If Dallas run, Dallas is the second place in the NFC East right now.
Right.
The Eagles 8-1, Dallas, what, 6-2, 6-2, something. But at the end of the day, Dallas, the only way Dallas can get the Cowboys to be able to get first place, so they don't have to play on the road, man.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, where would Dallas end up playing for the wild card?
What's that?
Where would Dallas end up playing for the wild card at 6?
If they don't win the division, right now they'll be playing at Seattle. They'd be playing at Seattle. I think they can beat Seattle.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it'd be better to have to win the division. Right now they'd be playing at Seattle. Philadelphia would have that first round bye.
Let me start.
We
That last
that's
year
right.
The 40 came to town.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Dallas on the road, man.
Yeah. Sometimes we play better on the road. I mean, last week we lost at the Packers. Dak threw a bad interception in the end zone. I feel like if we get that touchdown, we kind of break their will a little bit. We kind of let them stay in the game. I think our defense let us down a little bit. I think if our defense needs to put a little more pressure. I feel like they need to leave Micah at the pass rush. Quit trying to move him around too much. Just let him rush the passer. Just move him around the defensive line and let Micah do that. That's just forget about that moving around linebacker and almost let him play safety. It seems like a few times, I say just leave him at that on the defensive line and let him go after the pass rusher. Maybe move him inside. Yeah, just leave him on the line, man. Just let him play that. Quit trying to play too much with him and moving around too much. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully Dan Quinn gets it together as far as the defense. We've been giving up way too many points lately. To the Packers, and we gave up I think 30 points. What did we give up to the Packers last week?
Man, I mean that was
we gave up 31 points to the Packers, and we beat the Bears, but we gave up 29 points. So the last couple games we've given up way too many points. So. And I think the offense hasn't helped because they had a couple of turnovers and give them short fields, to the other team. So our offense has got to, not turn the ball over. No turnovers.
Oh, absolutely.
Dak, they need to let Dak keep it 30 passing attempts or less. Last week, I don't know why we were ahead and he still threw 47 times or some crazy amount like that. Dak needs to throw it about 30 times or less.
Right.
Game. Because the more he throws it, the more he gets into trouble. There's no reason for him to throw it that many times. Dak's a decent quarterback, and I think he should run a little more with his legs and move the pocket around. But once he starts throwing it too much, it just doesn't bode well for us. But anyway, what do you got? You think we're going to win this game?
Like Dallas by 6, bro. Dallas by 6.
By 6?
Dallas by 6. Yes, sir.
I feel like the defense is going to come together. I think the defense is going to come together. I think it's going to be competitive early. I think if we can jump on them a little bit, it'll be better. I don't want to play from behind because then they get too Dak-centric. If we play, right. I want to have a lead and just pound the ball, run the ball more. Like Green Bay did to us. They just pounded the ball for the first half, and they stayed in the game. I think we should do the same with them. Pound the ball, give it to the running backs, and let them pound the ball. Pollard's playing well. Even if Zeke doesn't play, Pollard's playing well. If Zeke plays, that'll give us some extra, ability on the line in the running game. Let's just run the ball, and I feel like we can win this game by 10 points if we play well and our defense shows up. So let's just go. I'm just saying we win by. I'm gonna go with 6. Dallas by 6 too. I'm gonna say the same thing, but I feel like we could blow this game open a little bit if our defense shows up. Yep. All right, that's it, man. You got anything else you want to talk about? Man, it's been a long time.
Long
Good
time, bro.
Good
Hey,
time.
tomorrow, what's schedule?
Tomorrow I gotta work, man. I gotta work in the evening.
Monday?
I think I'm off on Monday though. I'll have to double check. We can do a Monday wrap up if you want.
Let me be nice to the Monday close.
Yeah, and I work on Thanksgiving too, so we can't do nothing unless we do it in the morning.
Are you joking, bro?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I
gotta be off Thanksgiving. I gotta be off Christmas. Oh yeah, you got a mass on Thanksgiving.
We got mass, but
if we could do a morning show on Thanksgiving, that'd be okay. I mean, I gotta work. I don't go until 3:30 your time. So
yeah, let's do.
All right.
Let's do a Thanksgiving. Let's do one Monday to close.
In the morning.
Kind of predict.
We do a morning. Early morning. Hopefully your power don't go out again.
Thursday.
Right.
Let's try to do one Monday night if we can do one Monday night to wrap up this week again. But if not, we can wrap this Thursday morning. That's fine, bro.
Okay. So you say you want to do a wrap up on Thursday morning? And the preview of Thanksgiving? The Thanksgiving game?
If you got to work tomorrow, if you got to work Monday, then we can just cover everything and just kind of back and kind of
okay.
Whatever you want to.
Okay.
All
right, man. We'll play it by ear. Hey, man. It's good to see you again.
I'm
stay out of the cold. Stay. Huh?
We can do something too because I'm taking leave Christmas, so we can figure out.
You doing something when?
I'm gonna have all my stuff with me.
On Christmas? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do something. I'll see. I'll pack up my stuff or something and I'll keep it with me. All right, man.
Baylor.
What's that? Baylor
about to upset you.
You think so? Are they winning?
Yeah, they up by 8.
They up?
And they just
okay.
They up, bro.
We'll see what happens, man. I hope TCU pulls it. I'm kind of pushing for TCU, man. You know, Big 12 represent the Big 12. We always get a bad name. I want them to represent the Big 12 well, even though I'm not a big TCU fan.
The TCU, I ain't gonna say cancel.
Yeah, I want them to win, man. I want to represent the Big 12 a little bit. All right, man.
Later, man. See you.
See you next time, baby. See you next time, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, share, like, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate the Twitch guy. Twitch person, I'll say. Appreciate you. All right, man. See you next time.